Hi everybody, my name is Shireen. I am from Hawaii. It's been a long time waiting to go back to school to get my master's, 28 years in fact. And so I'm very glad. The program is fascinating. It's, I don't have anything else to compare it to, but we did learn a lot about the traditional MFAs in creative writing and how there's a division between the writer as artist. And then there's also the craft of writing, there's the process of writing, there's the teaching, the articulation of your process. And so, I think Dr. Carr has just been excellent and transparent in explaining her inspiration for this program. And so I'm just really appreciative to be part of it. Thank you.
I'm Irene Cooper, and I'm of Bend. I feel very fortunate to be among the first cohort of the MFA. And poet Ariel Greenberg used the metaphor of breadcrumbs in that poetry can be a little hard to get to. And writing in general can be hard to get to. And she said, we can have these wonderful abstract ideas, but in order to bring the reader in, you have to leave a few breadcrumbs scattered about in order to arrive at the brave new world that is OSU-Cascades MFA. It's new, like Edgar Brown said, make it new or make it anything else.
My name is Dan Beecraft, and it's always difficult to follow poets, is what I've learned as a prose writer. And what I've appreciated so much about this past week and the intensive work we've done together and the beautiful inspiration we've received is the commingling of genres and the lack of exclusion. You're a poet, you're in this room, your prose is down the hall, and it's not like that at all. I haven't written a poem in a long time, and I found myself, I wrote 5 this week just all on my own. Nobody told me to do it. It was all of a sudden, boom, I gotta write this. Caldera, I have to thank them just from the bottom of my heart for the experience of giving the setting that allowed all of that to come together for me.
And Dan was fabulous. He would come in at breakfast and be like, I'm a poet today. I'm a conceptual writer. Awesome. Austin, you go.
I'm Austin. I'm a poet from Utah, and one word that I can think that describes this program is energy. There was so much energy, and when I received the schedule, I thought 10 days of 12-hour instruction, this is going to be intense. But that amount of energy that the faculty brought was inspiring, and it really helped us as students to push the bounds of genre and to really experiment across genres and experiment writing that we had never even considered before. And so it's a very, very energetic program.
Hi, I'm Melanie. I graduated my undergrad in 2012. So I had literally never experienced anything like this before. It was entirely unlike my undergraduate career, where there really is no cross-genre, and there really is these very small classes that you can be with your professor with. And I just noticed they did a very good job with atmosphere, and atmosphere is very important to me. Maybe a little more important than curriculum. Just when you're thinking of ways of concentration. So I felt I really benefited from this kind of instruction, where, kind of like how Austin said, we are in class 10, 12 hours a day, and it doesn't feel like 10, 12 hours at all because you're not in the classroom environment, sitting in hard chairs, listening to someone talking for how many hours. And I just thought it was set up very skillfully, and I enjoyed it a lot.
I think we got 2, Mike and Susan hiding. Susan.
I'm not quite sure where to stand here, but I'm Susan, and I'm not very good at speaking publicly, so I have been looking for decades for an MFA program, kind of as a dream, to pursue, and I was one of the Hurricane Katrina people that sort of started moving around and found my way to Bend, and discovered the nature of words out of just a hunger to get involved again in a writing community, and I learned about the effort to start an MFA program through OSU. So I was thrilled to hear that it had actually happened so quickly. So I am just thrilled to be a part of this program.
I'm Mike Cooper. I joined I applied to the MFA program so I could spend more time with my wife, Irene. It's also been 28 years for me since I graduated. This has been a fantastic week. This is something that I sort of put on the shelf and could have stayed on the shelf forever. I'm really, really glad to get back into it. Our prose instructor, mentor is Geronimo Johnson, and Ariel, and Dr. Carr as well. One of the big messages that we got this week was to write big, write bold, write what's important, and write what's meaningful. And you know, we have an obligation, I think, as writers, not to just write for ourselves, but to write for everyone. And so it's about writing.
Can we give our students a round of applause? Well, thank you to Emily, and thank you to the students too. It is really fun to hear that glimpse into what you've been experiencing and what's happening in our community that OSU-Cascades has been able to pull off by bringing this program that really started as a dream here, and it's incredible. So we're lucky to have that in our community.
And if you want, there's brochures and things in the back. And buttons, lovely buttons. So you're welcome to learn more or take a button.
Using fly through your writing birds. So it's